When you log into IXL, you're going to be given some prompts that look like this. So you're going to see the directions say graph this line using the slope and y-intercept, and then underneath it, they will give you an equation. The directions underneath it say click to select the points on the graph. So this is how you're actually going to create the graph. As you move your mouse over the graph grid, you can see the dot moving around there on my screen. So the first thing we do, remember, is we look at our equation and we're going to identify our slope and our y-intercept. So for this problem, my slope is 4 and my y-intercept is also 4. So I'm going to start by selecting points on the graph. And remember, the first point we put is our value for our y-intercept. So I'm going to go right to my y-intercept at +4, and I'm going to click right on 4. And you're going to see that I have that blue dot there. As I move my mouse away, you can see it's creating this dotted line. So just what we want to do next is create our second point by counting our slope using rise over run away from our y-intercept. So in this case, my slope was 4. So when we have a whole number, remember we make it a fraction by just putting it over 1. So my rise would be 4, so I'm going to go up 4 spaces, and then my run is going to be 1. When I get to that second point there, after I count my rise over run, I'm going to push the dot, and you can see my line is now there. Once I commit to that point, now it's locked in. I can change it if I want to by just going back and clicking on it and then moving it. So I like to just double check. So I go back and make sure that I have my point at +4 and then count rise over run 1, 2, 3, 4, up 4 over 1. So my second point is good. Then I go ahead and I press submit and it'll tell me if I got my graph correct. And it'll let me go on to the next one. All right. So that's the process you want to be using as you're trying to graph. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and let me know.